Oh, boy. Boy. Boy, it is hot out here, guys.
What? What the hell are you, dude?
So I've been trying to get to Coachella, and I can't fucking find it. I can't get to it, man. Where is it?
What do you mean?
I've been looking. So me and my friends, we've been trying to get to Coachella. They dropped me off in a desert in Arizona, and they've had me searching for stages out here all weekend. And I can't find it.
Okay, Coachella. Okay, so Coachella is in California. It's in a place called Indio, California. It's like Inland Empire.
What?
Yeah. So you're gonna be walking for a while. They have it like marked. You didn't look anything up about it? I thought you had been before. Or did you do this the last time you went? You just think it, or do you think it moves or something? What do you?
I swear it was here last year. Yeah, it was definitely here last year because whenever, or even a couple years ago, whenever Cali Coochie's was here, that one was
Kitty
like
Coochie's.
huge. Yeah, Kitty Coochie.
I think they're the same. They're like
it's just hot and dusty out here.
Well, yeah. It's also weird that it's so sunny
in Arizona,
still, and it's still so sunny. It's dark here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like dark. Yeah, it's 9:30. I think it's the same time there too, which is weird.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I thought so. So who are you? Okay, I mean, well, now that you know where it is, I mean, who are you excited to see? I mean,
well,
you still got time.
I was hoping to go see Charlie XCX. Carly Charlie XCX.
Mm-hmm. Charlie bit my finger.
And maybe Megan Thee Stallion, maybe Sexy Red, like
I don't know, is Sexy Red playing?
And like Wu-Tang Clan. You know, I was really hoping to see those. Really hoping to see all of those guys.
What about Travis Scott?
Timothy Chalamet.
He's there.
Joe DJO from Stranger Things. I was hoping he was here.
What about Bowling for
Frank
Soup?
Ocean. Okay, well, no, I'm not a Bowling for Soup fan.
What
I was
about
more hoping
Sum
for
41?
R.E.M. Yeah, I was hoping for Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Oh yeah, face down in.
Yeah.
I like that band a lot.
Do you feel like a man?
I like that band a lot. That's not that's like my cringe band that I like a lot.
When you push her around, do you feel better now? She falls to the ground. So I was really hoping to find them, but what I did end up finding was just this like gathering of lizards in the desert. They were like, there's a, I don't know if you know. I don't know.
Were
if
they
you've ever
making
been
music?
in the desert, but no.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
No, it was just a whole bunch of lizards in like this area I found. In like a big circle. They were all like around like a big circle, and
were they feasting on something?
No.
Was it like a holes situation where they were those like yellow bearded lizards?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, it was a lot like that. They
spray acid at you or whatever they did in holes.
Yeah,
Did you see Stanley? Exactly like did you see Stanley Yelnats while you're out there?
Fortunately, no.
You see Zero? Did you eat?
What's up, man?
Did you eat the onions and pretend they were chocolate fudge sundaes?
Yeah, and I also dug holes.
Oh shit!
A lot of holes.
Okay, just seeing if the stages were buried.
Well, maybe buried like from the sand.
Wow.
Also, Zero's still a kid. Like he's a little boy. Like he is actually just still a boy. It's so crazy.
Where did they get those onions from? They were in a mountain. Has anyone ever found an onion in a mountain? Ever came across an onion? I
found some back here. I found some back there.
You found some? Go get one then. Go walk back there and grab one then if you found one. Get up and go walk back there.
No.
I don't believe
save it
you.
for after the show.
I don't believe you.
Okay. All right.
I think you're lying.
Okay.
I think you're lying.
You could say I'm a liar, man. I'm in Coachella right now.
What is the wind there? 0?
Well, I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, I don't know if, like it eventually will turn to night, right? Like, eventually, right? Like it's going to turn to night.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I sure hope it turns.
It's going to turn to night eventually, right?
I sure hope so. Are you on an iPhone? Well, I guess you would be if you're on the desert. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really
oh
strange.
Boy! All right.
Speaking of Stranger Things,
yeah,
that's really odd. Well, man,
All right, Carson,
hopefully you
what-
can
what-
find it.
Yeah, hopefully I'll find it. I'll report back next week with what I find out here in the Coachella desert. In Burning Man desert.
Burning
In the
desert.
Burning Man desert.
The Burning Man desert. Well, Coachella's not going on next week, and tomorrow's the last day. Can you believe that Coachella's on 420 and Easter this year? They're not doing.
Oh, wasn't Easter on 420 a couple years ago?
Yeah, not that long ago. It was when we were in high school the last time it happened. I think.
I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 213. We're recording this on Saturday, April 19th. You'll be hearing this on Friday. Monday, April 21st.
The day after 420. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter, Gavin. I was reminiscing while I was in the shower. I was thinking a lot about you in the shower while I was scrubbing myself down, getting all the dirt and grime off my body, just thinking all about you. And I had remembered that one of our first few episodes we recorded on Easter. If you remember that.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do. I do remember that. We were, yeah. But I don't. Was that during the day that we did that? I think we did it like in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was
2 or
like late
3.
afternoon, I believe. It was all full of ham and jelly eggs and biscuits.
Which this year I have not bought. You guys,
Are you really gonna say what I think you're gonna say? Because this is fucking crazy if you're gonna say it. Fuck you.
I haven't bought any Cadbury.
What
the
the
little.
Why? Why not?
What do you mean? Well, I mean, I haven't bought any because I just haven't. I haven't seen it. I've been to a store and bought it.
They're everywhere.
I mean, I just didn't buy any.
Go behind you and go look for some.
I gotta start walking now if I'm ever gonna
You'll
get there.
find little brown eggs, pick them up and eat them.
Yeah,
Dude.
bunny rabbits.
So first of all, oh no. First of all, Gavin is the one that exposed himself to me and exposed the Cadbury mini egg phenomenon, not those big suckers that those dang British people brought over here.
They got a little chalky substance on the outside, and I really like it.
Not the cream-filled guys. They're fine.
No, not the cream filled.
They're
I
fine.
like the little chocolate mini eggs with the little chalky outside. I love that shit.
So you told me about
kind
it.
of crunchy about it. You didn't ever hear about these?
I knew about them, but I never got them because I was like, what, a chocolate egg? Fuck you, whatever. And then you're like, dude, you got to try it. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. So I got a bag. And then one night when I was very...
Was this last night? This week?
This is a while ago. This is like years ago that you told me about them. So I got a bag and I was a little bit... And I ate like the whole bag.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were so fucking good. And then I've just like been addicted to them ever since. And I think this Easter season I've had like a total of 5 bags, maybe 4
Holy
or 5.
fuck.
Because they're so fucking good.
That's what I'm telling you, man. They're like crack.
That's why I don't know why you haven't had any.
Because I forget what time of year. I've forgotten what time of year it is every single.
I have forgotten.
Just being on rotation for this year, I have lost all sense of time.
I have been forgetting that Easter is tomorrow for the past like couple of weeks.
For better
days.
for worse, though, they will be cheaper following Easter. So
that's true.
Once you got to go back to the store.
Dude,
I'm going to go to the store on Monday.
I'm going
to go get some.
I'm going to the grocery store tonight, but the grocery store I will be going to probably won't have them. But I went to Walmart last week, and it took me like 10 minutes, and they only had 1 bag left. And I was like, I gotta fucking snatch that up.
We're spreading the good word, man. We're spreading the good word.
They know about it.
Oh, those Cadbury mini eggs, man. Yeah, I do. God, I love the crunch on the outside. I just love that it's like the most satisfying fucking crunch on fucking planet Earth. I mean, like more satisfying than eating a fucking chip for the first time like the first chip on the top of the bag.
A ship. Eating a ship for the first time. They are almost too crunchy like rocks because there's been many a time.
And that's
usually
when
when I'm got a little bit of the in me that I will bite on one and it feels like my tooth just broke in half. And I have to be like, oh, is my mouth okay? And then it's perfectly fine.
That brings on a whole nother phenomenon for me where
you
chocolate
like
rocks,
that.
I love chocolate rocks.
I've never had a chocolate
And I need
rock.
more chocolate rocks in my life. I need a bag of chocolate rocks to put in ice cream because there was a froyo place where there used to be a froyo place, and this was the only froyo place in the area that had chocolate rocks in it. And ever since then, I've been chasing that fucking dragon, trying to find some fucking chocolate rocks to put in my goddamn froyo.
You can probably buy them anywhere. You should sneak in your own bag of chocolate rocks. I haven't been to a froyo place in forever, but there's one near me and I want to go. It's like, I feel like the froyo phenomenon died, but it's still prevalent out here for whatever reason. There's still so many froyo places out here.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things that like that like in St. Louis, in and around St. Louis, it felt like it was very much like a West Coast, like coastal thing to have a froyo place, and then they moved them here, and it was like this, hipster kind of, vibe to them. And then it was like, okay, cool, but we have ice cream right down the street.
Yeah.
We have ice cream right here, man. Like, we can just go grab it.
What froyo place did you guys go to? Was it the one that was by my old apartment? That's the one we would always go to.
We would go to the one by Cane's in St. Charles.
Oh, okay. I never went to that one. I always went to the one by my old apartment. Good. And that
was where they had chocolate rocks.
Well, I didn't know. I probably wouldn't have gotten them. You want to know what I did? Want to know what my froyo order was? I still have it memorized because I'm obsessed with food and I do not stop thinking about it all day. I would get it was like a wedding cake froyo. I would get that, but I wouldn't get a lot, just enough. And then I would just fucking scoop on cookie dough, just fucking scoops and scoops of cookie. It was more cookie dough than there was froyo, because it's by weight. Don't get much ice cream, get more cookie dough, and then it was like caramel syrup and then white chocolate syrup. I'm drooling, and then some whipped cream and sprinkles.
Mine was I think it was cheesecake or vanilla or chocolate.
Cheesecake.
And then if it was chocolate, I would still put on chocolate syrup. But
why not?
Chocolate syrup and chocolate rocks, and if not that, then mini M&Ms, and then like caramel, hot fudge, whatever else I could put on there. But I think it was cheesecake was the one that I would always get, and that shit was so good.
Cheesecake is good. Excuse me, my dad's pulling up. Oh shit, is that where you are? Shit, I thought that was me. That was someone on an ATV running by a 4x4 driving by you. The only thing though that I hated, and I don't know why you liked the chocolate rocks, because I had to imagine it was worse, is I never like M&Ms on ice cream because they get so fucking hard.
That's why I like them.
I don't want them even more hard. They're hard enough. Then I'm fucking like really breaking my teeth. And that's why you have broken teeth. I just realized that. Your teeth are all fucked up and broken. You can't, if you're not watching, Gavin's showing off his broken
I'm trying to show
teeth.
all my teeth.
Show mommy all your teeth.
So Carson, what do we got on the docket today?
Guys, today we have a packed episode of great treasures and treats to bury out in the desert for you. Or of course, we're going to watch it real quick and probably not talk a ton about it, but we just kind of have to. JD Vance made an absolute ass of himself and dropped a trophy, which was really funny. You know what? I got to check something. Can I check one thing real quick just to make sure I'm not... I forgot to check if this thing posted or not. I just want to make sure it did. Okay, good. It did. Never mind. It was about that, and that's what made me think of it. And I forgot to check that. JD Vance made an ass of himself. Gavin is going to be telling... Oh, I heard a muskrat or something out there. Gavin's going to be telling us about these hacked crosswalks. I don't know anything about it. That's all I know. I'm excited to hear more about it. The big topic of today, I'm sure it's going to be... Well, I know it's the thumbnail because I already made the thumbnail earlier today. And I'm sure it's going to be the title, is sperm racing. It's happening. It's real. It's live. It's happening in LA next Friday. We're going to tell you all about that. And I have a big story to tell you that happened to me in a little segment we call Carson's Cinema Corner. I'm going to be talking to you about the movie Sinners. I went and saw it. This is not a paid advertisement. It does sound like one, but it's not. I went and had it, and I'll just say this. It was the greatest experience I've ever had in a movie theater. And Gavin knows nothing about it. It's the first time I've ever been able to keep a secret from Gavin. So he will be finding out for the first time in a matter of minutes. Well, Gavin, other than being stuck on the desert, how are you?
I'm all right. We're smoking that Lakers pack tonight. Give a fuck about a fucking Timberwolf.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
So what does this mean? Is this like a bit important game?
Yeah, it was a game one of the playoffs, and they played in LA.
Ow, fucker.
And the Lakers lost in LA.
Okay.
So think about that for a second. Fucking suck on that shit.
I mean, I'll think about it. I'm gonna blame it on Jack Black because he was there.
He was there.
He dapped
I
up,
know that he was there because one of the Timberwolves reporters reported that he was there and ran into him. He was like, "Hey, you're one of the reporters, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, that number 3 on your team's really good.
Who's that?
That was
Who's
JD
number 3?
McDaniels.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, congrats to you, man. I don't.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
I'm realizing that I'm not gonna be able to see a game until like October now.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, you know, you put it off. So
I
that's
can't
what you
even
get.
imagine what a playoff ticket's gonna cost because
Regular tickets like already fucking $60 for the fucking nosebleeds, and I don't want to pay for that. Actually, it's more than 60. I lied. I think it's like 100 and something.
I don't want to do
That's
that.
what you get for moving out there, man.
I don't want to do that. Can I tell you an idea I had earlier? It kind of is, it's a little bit of a tangent, but kind of along these lines. Like, I know like sports have season tickets, right? Sports have season tickets, which is cool. That makes sense. And I recently got a A-list membership for AMC, which you can go see up to 3 movies every week. And like the tickets don't cost anything because you pay a monthly fee. And the monthly fee is like as much as a fucking movie ticket is, which is the funny part. I was like, I guess I should have done this sooner because like, even if I only go see like 2 movies a month, it's still cheaper than buying 2 tickets. And then I was like, what if either like concert venues or like a Ticketmaster or something started doing like a monthly membership for like concerts. So like, you know, it'd probably make more sense for a venue to do it because it like, you know, varies from venue to venue, but it's like you pay us a monthly fee and you can see X amount of concerts every month if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, like it would be cooler if it was like a Ticketmaster thing because then it could be like any venue,
in any city.
And I was like, that just
or your city.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do that. Probably because they have a system where they can overcharge for everything and people will pay it anyways, is what they've realized. Like the reason why like AMC did it is because nobody was buying tickets to the movies.
No one's going to the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, we got to do something. So I don't know. It's just an idea I had that I think it'd be great, but I don't know if we'll ever see that in our day, which is sad.
Yeah.
Gavin, real quick, I was hoping to make a important, exciting announcement tonight regarding whether or not Office Hours won a Webby Award for the best comedy podcast. But unfortunately, that was what was being reported to me is that it was gonna be announced yesterday, which was Friday. But at some point in time, they changed it to now winners aren't announced till Tuesday. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what time they'll be announced. We might be live on Office Hours when we find it out, which would be cool because we're doing it on Tuesday. So stay tuned next week. I will announce it then, or just pay attention to our socials and my socials and Office Hours socials. But I just wanted to say that because I made a promise that I couldn't keep.
Oh, what I was going to say was that I do only have 1 more week of rotations and then I am done.
And that's it. And that's all she wrote. And then you have like what? Like a month
2
off?
weeks. 2 weeks of studying at school. Where they have like an in-person study session for like a week for NAPLEX and then like a week for law. And then it's graduation and then I'm off. Then I'm done.
And so wait, you take those tests like at the end of those 2 weeks?
No.
When do you take those
we don't
tests?
take them until later after graduation, but those were just like studies.
Wait,
Like
do you take it
they're-
before you head off to Minnesota?
I can.
Oh.
But I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. I don't
was
know.
curious.
I don't know. I have to schedule it and do all that bullshit. So.
It just seems strange to do 2 weeks of studying and then not take it right away.
Yeah, it's just mainly just because we have to have our diploma in hand. We have to
take the test.
To take it, yes.
Interesting.
And then like we have to have our diploma in hand, and then the school has to be like, this person is okay to take take these exams.
Okay. Wow,
it's
crazy.
literally the most like bureaucratic thing I've ever heard. I've never heard of this ever being like a thing before.
Yeah.
Before this year, obviously before this year, people have done this for decades.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's never been brought up that it's like, oh, you have to, have like a intent to test and approval to test,
right.
and find a date that works for you.
It blows my mind that there's so much like studying to do with that, because it's like I've never had to study for anything that's like where you've needed months and weeks to study for. Like I didn't do any studying for the fucking ACT. I did those like practice things.
Well, that's
explains
the thing
why I got like a fucking 17 or whatever. I don't remember. It was something terrible.
That's why I wish that like it was like an ACT, but this is like a licensure exam. So it's like this is making sure that like I can be a good pharmacist.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. It's just fucking it blows
your mind that you have to study like every disease state under the sun and know the drugs, what they treat, their adverse reactions and interactions that they have.
I haven't had to study
everything's led up to this, man. So
everything leads up to this. Could be 5, 6, 8, 7 years down the drain. Well, you could take it again. I can
being
a little dramatic.
I'm gonna get it the first time though.
Yeah, you are.
Manifestations on my end.
Be confident. That's what I do. I've manifested.
I feel great. I feel like I don't feel like I could take it tomorrow and be fine. But
no.
I think once I get a good couple weeks of studying under my belt, I feel like it'll be better. I'll feel better about it.
I think you're right. Gavin, let's watch this video of JD Vance. I gotta watch it. I just gotta watch it. Can I full screen it? I can full screen it. Why did I think I couldn't full screen it? The answer? We'll find out. Let me switch this so you can see it, Gavin. Of course, we're talking about... I have watched this so many times. I don't really even know what's happening here. I don't know why everybody's gathered here. I don't know what is happening. Do you know what's going on?
They always have the national champion of every major sport visit the White House. So,
but this happened like months ago that they won, right?
Yeah.
But they're just now having them? Okay.
I guess it's a schescheling thing.
I mean, I guess that's, Dodgers just went there and they won months ago.
Yeah, so it might just be that like they were just waiting to get there.
Okay. So this is the Ohio
waiting
State.
for the president to get there. Yeah.
Yeah. Ohio State football team.
Yep. Who won the college natty?
The college natty
title.
Here with the president. Let's see what happens. Keep an eye on the left side of your screen. Sorry, with the audio, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just gonna turn it down. Here comes John Daniel Vance. Picking up the trophy off the table. Whoops! Uh-oh! What happened, buddy? What'd you do? He looks so fucking mad. What an idiot. He has like no idea what to do. Well, there you have it.
A very bizarre character, that man.
He certainly is. Is it John Daniel? I just said John Daniel.
No, I think I don't even know JD Vance's real name. Yeah,
let's find it out.
JD Vance, real.
What if it doesn't stand for anything?
I don't think it does. Oh, it does. It does. It says James David Vance.
James David. I was close.
But
like
he was born James Donald Bowman.
And then he changed it?
He changed it, yeah. He has changed his name several times.
What the fuck? Why? This is news to me.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I never knew that.
According to USA Today, Vance first received national attention as the author of the best-selling memoir Hillbilly Elegy in 2016, which propelled his political career in Ohio, leading to his election to the U.S. Senate in 2022. He has had 3 different last names, Bowman, Hamill, and Vance, and his first name has been abbreviated differently. Here's what you need to know about Vance's name and why changes were made. What was Vance's original name? Vance was born James Donald Bowman in Middletown, Ohio, in 1984, literally 1984, with his biological father's name, Donald Bowman. Vance's middle name was changed to David after his parents divorced. He eventually took up the last name of his stepfather, Robert Hamill, and was named James David Hamill. From high school through his time serving as a U.S. Marine, Vance started using his first and middle initials and went by JD. In 2013, James David Hamill legally changed his surname to honor his maternal grandmother, Bonnie Blanton Vance, often called Mama. And in 2021, upon entering politics, he removed the periods from his initials, a detail noted in his U.S. official U.S. Senate biography, which lists his first name as JD.
He removed the periods, so it could just be JD.
JD, yeah.
What a fucking weirdo! Like that is weirdo behavior. Only like weird people do that stuff.
And it's like, I mean, like I think, like the thing about him being announced as Donald Trump's vice president, among other things, is what stands out to me is like I think in that Hillbilly Elegy he talks about how like broken his house was. So like in my humble opinion, I would say it is okay if he had a broken house and like is trying to find a place of belonging and stuff like that. Almost like, no joke, a Rey Skywalker kind of situation.
Wow,
because it's
what
like
a comparison.
But it's like she changed her last name. Like technically, it would like she never thought she had a last name, or like he was looking for a sense of belonging. So it's like previous to, and he even denounced Trump prior to this, like in 2016.
Well,
so like
so
whenever
did
he was
everybody.
making all these name changes, it was like it made sense with his character, right? But like as the weirdo he is now, it makes it seem even weird that he was doing that at all.
Yeah,
because he's supposed to be like this proud, so I'll pull myself up by my bootstraps kind of thing.
Yeah, and like totally, like sense of belonging. I get it, but
that many times, times
as
a dude,
well,
like
as
I mean,
anybody.
Like I feel like I don't really hear dudes changing their names a lot. So
no,
that's like
I don't hear about people changing their names at all, unless they're transitioning, and then it's like obvious. Yeah. But like even people who have transitioned don't change their name like 8 times. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's like they're fucking normal. Like
they're
like,
usually they're normal and they know what they are what they want their name to be.
And I have heard of people changing their names a lot. And like again, like because like you said, like there are people who want to identify as one thing one day and another thing another day, and they change their names throughout that. And whatever, teaches their own. Like you said, it's finding a sense of belonging. It's funny when it comes to when it's a person like JD Vance.
Yeah, well, it's a politician who is vehemently against transgender people.
That's the other thing.
As a whole,
it's like
a whole is that it's like he dead names people. Yep. He hates trans athletes. He hates everything.
Yeah, let's just start fucking. I'm gonna start. What was his original? What's his like actual birth name?
Wasn't it James Donald Bowman?
I think so. That sounds right. So let's just start calling him that. I'm just
James Donald Bowman.
James Donald Bowman. Okay, I'm gonna try to put that to memory. So every time we refer to him,
James Donald Bowman.
I'm gonna call him his dead name because he's a fucking idiot,
Mr. Bowman.
And it's like, hey, buddy, you know that like the only thing that's like changing about transgender people is their gender and their name, and you've done one of those two things. So
not too far removed.
Not too much different, are you? Yeah, James Donald Bowman, fucking loser. Should go drop something else. Gavin, tell me all about this. What is happening with Crosswalks?
So that's
is this a farce? Is this a
No, this is not.
What's the thing?
This is not like a edited video or anything like that. All 4 of these TikToks are examples of Bezos, Elon, and Zuckerberg being hacked into Crosswalks to deliver messages. Ironically, like these are supposed to be comedic or like satire, political kind of. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but they have political background to them, and it's funny.
Okay.
So all 4 of these videos are amazing, and you might have to turn these up because they are quiet.
Okay.
like the audio is a little quiet on these, just because like their crosswalks is outside, et cetera, et cetera. So
I already have questions, but I'm going to save them until after we watch this first one. Oh, it's so quiet you can't even hear it. Let's try this.
Please don't tax the is sponsored by Amazon Prime with an important message. You know, please don't tax the rich. Otherwise, all the other billionaires will move to Florida too. Wouldn't it be terrible if all the rich people left Seattle or got Luigi'd and then normal people could afford to live here again? Jeffrey Bezos.
What the fuck?
This crosswalk is sponsored by
Okay,
Amazon.
so
that's the Jeffrey Bezos one in Seattle.
oh, so
I
these
don't know
are
who's
different
doing
people
it.
posting this though. So it's
Yes,
like
that
someone's
one's from Seattle.
interesting. Okay.
So that one's from
okay.
Seattle, and I don't know who did it. No one's really came to claim it.
Fessed up. Okay.
Yeah.
So, then we have
So
another
I don't
one
know
here.
why they did it. I mean, one of the reasons that they're doing it is because in Seattle there's a bill that's being passed to like tax billionaires more, or like
Okay.
make them pay more taxes, right? So that makes sense. But these I don't really get either. But this is a collection of them, and then there's a couple others that like I haven't seen in one of these collections.
All from different people posts, just like finding them.
Yeah, just random people posting it. Like just whenever
okay.
they try to use a crosswalk, this comes up, and it's not like a meme that like people start doing it. Like this is real life. These are people walking, and they try to use a crosswalk, and it
Yeah.
says stuff like this.
Interesting. Okay, so this one's hack Silicon Valley crosswalk signals played fake Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg voices.
It is informed.
Hi, this is Elon Musk. Welcome to Palo Alto, the home of Tesla engineering. You know, they say money can't buy happiness, and yeah, okay. I guess that's true. God knows I've tried. But it can buy a Cybertruck, and that's pretty sick, right? Right? Fuck, I'm so loud. Wait. Hi, this is Mark Zuckerberg. Real ones call me the Zuck. You know, it's normal to feel uncomfortable or even violated as we forcefully insert AI into every facet of your conscious experience. And I just want to assure you, you don't need to worry because there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. Anyway, see ya. You know, it's funny, I used to think he was just this dumb sack of shit, but when you get to know him, he's actually really sweet and tender and loving. Sweetie, come back to bed.
Oh.
But yeah, they got disabled.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just said at the end there, in case you're listening, that the hacked crosswalks were disabled by like I don't know when they posted this, but a couple days or whatever after the first recordings happened. So they're being found out and taken down. Let's watch some more and then we'll talk about
I think these might be some other ones, but they might be better
Okay.
quality.
So we don't know where this one's from unless they say it.
These are if it's it's usually Palo Alto. Or,
Okay.
Yeah, I think these are both Elon and Zuckerberg.
Hi, this is Elon Musk, and I'd like to personally welcome you to
Okay,
Palo
this is the
Alto.
same one.
You know, people keep saying cancer is bad.
Oh.
But have you tried being a cancer? It's fucking awesome. Call me Elon Oma. Florence Street. What side is underground?
Have you ever tried
Wow.
being a cancer? It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking awesome. Do you have
I
another
think
one?
this other one here.
You know, it's funny, I used to think he was just this
Oh
dumb
no,
sack
no,
of
that's
shit,
that's the
but
side sack of shit one.
Oh, that's the same one.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really fun. So I wonder who did those.
You know,
gotta
I'm still
find
trying
the
to,
one who made
I'm
it.
trying to find who did it, but even like Seattle Times is trying to find them, and
Hmm.
like it doesn't seem like there's any leads on who did it. I mean, police were more investigating how they got access to it, and rather like how that is. But the public officials who are in those cities were like, disabled people use these like actually and do need to hear like the announcements from these, so it's like disturbing that people are able to
Yeah.
that people are able to change what they say.
But I could be incorrect, but I believe all of them said walk or wait whenever they pressed them.
Yeah, I think
so
they did.
it's
I
still
think they say-
saying what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's just adding
or what
a little...
street they're crossing, but
Yeah, have they ever said? I've never heard one say what street you're crossing. It's either says
I
wait
think
or walk.
one of those did. One of those definitely did. They were like
Oh.
something street.
Well, that would be smart. If that is a smart thing, they should all have on there because I've never heard that before. In fact, a lot of them around LA don't even like fucking say anything. They'll just go. They'll like make a weird fucking noise. So it's like yeah, they totally should like fucking work for disabled people, but the problem is that they don't. Like half of them don't even fucking work.
Right.
And like it turns out that a lot of these things are really easy to hack into probably.
Yeah,
And someone's just figuring that out. Like
yeah, I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen like a Donald Trump one or you know I or any other billionaire, but yeah, it was interesting to see these pop up on my For You page on TikTok over the weekend, I guess it was last weekend. So after we recorded, unfortunately. So
I love it.
Might be old news, but they still don't know who really did them. I don't think.
I haven't heard anybody talking about it, so it's news to me. That's great. I love it, and I hope someone does more of them because I'd love to catch one. It just sounds like they were making their way down south, and they just haven't gotten to here yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah. Yeah, just
Nothing.
they don't know how they did it, and they
Well, they probably wouldn't say how they did it.
Seattle Police Department told ABC News it was an SDOT matter and was not conducting an investigation, which is the Seattle Department of Transportation.
Oh,
So,
that's weird. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
yeah.
They're like, we're gonna let them figure it out, I guess. Even though
Yeah,
they
I guess
can't
so.
arrest anybody or do anything about it. But hey, I mean, go do it more. It sounds like you can get away with it right now. So
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
why
at this
not?
point. Yeah.
Speaking of weird things that are happening, Gavin sent this clip to me. I believe Complex posted it, which I actually recently unfollowed Complex because I couldn't stand following them anymore. Their post gets so fucking annoying.
For some reason, they only show up occasionally for me. Luckily.
I wish that was the case because yeah, they post so much garbage, and they were like glazing up Kanye even after like not
Yeah, I
after
do
this most
remember that.
recent stuff happened, but like in between the both Hitler occurrences, they were glazing him up, and I was just like, I'm so done with this fucking account. I can't do it anymore. Some posts sent me over the edge, but they posted this clip, so thankfully you saw it because I would have missed it. So I am not going to introduce it anymore. I'm going to let the promo speak for itself. So we'll watch this promo that we all saw, and then we'll do a little deep dive into it. But folks, this is what is being called sperm racing. Let's watch it.
Everything big always starts small.
Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle.
This is the world's first ever sperm race. This is Asher from UCLA versus Tristan from USC. Two legends, one microscopic racetrack. The battle for whose sperm is the healthiest, the fastest, and the tastiest. Whose swimmers will win the race? USC versus
I love
UCLA.
This fucking promo card is
Good
so
Lord,
funny.
it's like dripping.
Yeah, they did the fucking the cum text. Powered by
That's awesome.
Nucleus. So that's what's going on, and I'm gonna leave this on Gavin because we're gonna go to their website and watch some other clips. So that's what Gavin sent me, and I was like, watching it, it's like this is a joke. This isn't real. But it is. They are actually selling tickets to it. It's at the Hollywood Palladium next Friday. And before you ask or inquire, I am not going to be going. Gavin and I talked about it.
Really disappointing for me. We could have had a boots on the ground report of it, and Carson couldn't bring himself to do it.
I don't want to go to it by myself, number one, because it's too weird to go alone to it. I will go to many things alone. I enjoy going to things alone. I will not go to a thing called sperm racing by myself. It's too weird. I don't like that idea of it. Even though tickets are only $20, which it would be worth it. Number 2, we come to find out, and we'll watch a clip of the founder of it, the one who started it. He's a young entrepreneur. Huh?
He found his own cum?
Well, when you find out how old he is, Gavin, maybe you'll change your tune about talking about him like that, because the person who started it is a 17-year-old entrepreneur, and that immediately makes me uncomfortable. Even though he's not doing, I mean, I don't know, he's not doing it, but he's obviously it's going to be there, I'm sure. It just seems it makes me a little uncomfortable to go to this thing that a 17-year-old is putting on. Essentially, I don't know. It just made me a little like, I don't really love that. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just a little weird. It's just a little like, I don't know. It makes me feel
senior in high school.
Yeah, but he's 17. What are you trying to say?
No, I'm saying that like he's gonna be graduating high school this year. So
sure.
Like it's not too crazy for a 17-year-old to be thinking about like racing people's cum.
Of course it's not. It's just
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really sound like that crazy for me.
There isn't actually anything wrong. It just makes me feel weird.
I mean,
just the idea of it
yeah,
is
I'm trying
weird.
to think of. I mean, it's between the sperm that's racing is between a USC graduate and UCLA.
It's between two college-age people who should be allowed to it. You know what would be really insane is if they got their sperm and they ran them through tests and one of them has like testicular cancer.
But yeah, or something like horrible. Like there's a horrible
terrible
biomarker in it.
Yeah. The sperms are literally. We find out one of them's impotent, and their sperms don't move. They're dead. And
I would hope that they do like.
Called off.
Yeah, I hope that they do a preliminary test.
I really hope
on
they
that,
don't.
But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that like it's not too far fetched for a 17-year-old in high school to be thinking about racing people's cum. So like
I couldn't stop thinking about cum when I was 17.
Exactly. So I'm just saying that like it doesn't seem that's what I'm getting at whenever I say that. I'm not like alluding that it's okay to talk to high schoolers and all that shit.
I'm obviously being silly with you. I do not think that, and nobody at home should think that. And of course, it totally makes sense. But I'm just saying, in that world that all of those things exist, it makes me feel weird, and is just another reason I don't want to go by myself to this event. But that being said, my plan, at least as of right now, is before we record next week's podcast, I am going to watch it. It's going to be live streamed. At least is what they're saying. We'll see if that changes. I will watch it, and I will have boots on my ground reporting about it and let you know how it was.
This could be like a fire festival situation too.
That's what I'm wondering.
Like you could really have something on your hands here in more than one way.
Well, yeah, that's also true. Can I participate?
That's mine, please.
What college you go to? I know, I go to one. I went to St. Louis Community College.
I went to Fresno State.
I went to St. Louis Community College. Mine are really fast, though.
I promise. I looked at it.
So speaking of that 17-year-old, let's watch a clip of him explaining it a little bit more. So this comes from TMZ. They posted it on their Twitter. So this is the founder. What's his name? Oops. What is fucking even going on? I'm trying to fucking minimize this thing. It doesn't say. Maybe it says his name whenever we watch it. I don't know. Anyways, let's watch this. Whoop. There we go.
The idea, I think 3 months ago. So this billionaire, he ended up flying us out to New York. He was like, what's the craziest idea that you have that's not your current company? And I was like, sperm racing. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, all right? So like ever since I was 2, I always wanted to do a sperm race and relive the memories. But what was kind of interesting was once we got a little bit further, it was like, okay, like sperm is actually a very important biomarker. It's an aggregate biomarker. So the healthier you are, the faster your sperm moves. So we're trying to turn this health into a competition by making people healthier, using improving their biomarkers, right, and stuff like that. And then The finish line is basically how it works is you have a sperm go through a microfluidic, and then we have something called rheotaxis, and it basically pushes against the current of the sperm, simulating a reproductive system to make the sperm move from point A to point B, and there's a finish line at the end.
Is there an actual egg waiting?
Oh, cool. It switches ears. Is there an actual egg waiting?
What, or is it just a line that they're going to cross, like I don't know, like a racing, like the tape that they have at the end of a marathon?
So in a sense, it's like we're almost like simulating conditions of an egg at the finish line. It's not an actual egg, at least not yet. But yeah, it would pretty much be a line that we would mark. And
we haven't actually found any people to donate their eggs yet, but we're hoping we can get some before that. I asked if we could do like hard-boiled eggs, and they said it's not the same.
They said they said like we could use like I don't know it's chicken eggs and shit, but I don't think that would be. I don't know. Maybe we just give them embryos or something. I don't know.
I asked my mom if she would donate her eggs, and she said she's not producing anymore, so we couldn't do that. So
she went through menopause recently.
Are you guys gonna have an egg there and actually get an egg
to germinate?
You gonna get some germination going on and make a baby? Are you guys actually gonna make a baby?
We're gonna watch a baby get conceived live.
You guys, that's what they should do. That should honestly be it. Is that that should be the finish. The finish is it goes to an egg, and then it sees if they can make a baby in a petri dish.
Immaculate conception.
It's immaculate conception on Easter Sunday.
Who are the donors here? Because what you said was you want to find healthy people. You want to see how this moves.
Sorry for the audio on this, guys.
My understanding is this is somehow a competition between USC and UCLA?
Yeah, so we've been on campus and we've been recruiting for a little bit, and we found one person from USC and one person from UCLA. Very, very similar biomarkers. We're actually announcing the racers in an hour from now. And basically, they're going to race their sperm in a massive stadium with thousands of people at the Palladium on April 25th. So that's kind of how we're doing that. And they're basically, the weeks leading up to it, we're giving them thousands of dollars every single week to optimize their biomarkers, to make their sperm a lot faster, make them sleep a lot less.
So they're getting
training.
What exactly are they doing to optimize their biomarkers?
Everything from the food they eat, right? So boosting their testosterone, from supplements, right? Vitamins, pineapple juice, right? And some other stuff too. And we're giving them
Is pineapple juice supposed to make your cum taste good?
It's
the other thing we need to talk about is they said in which one tastes the best. That's what they said in the ad.
I saw the promo. Yeah, the promo said like which one tastes the best.
Who's coming? Is like Gordon Ramsay coming in to do a taste test? Like who is qualified for the tasting part? That's what I want to know. And how do I get involved? Well, it has to be the
same person. It probably has to be the same person. And I wonder what their palate cleanser is going to be.
Yeah. Well, never mind. I was going to say something really gross.
I was going to say poop.
Discharge.
They're eating poop.
It's just poop.
Poop bagel.
Let me get some poop.
Poop.
What would you like to wash down the sperm? Poop.
How about some poop?
No, it'd be piss. How
about some piss?
Gargle piss. Let's spit it out. Do you want to keep watching this? I'm curious. I'm invested in this now.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Budget every single week and filming the whole entire process of them training to be a sperm athlete.
How does this exactly work? Because
he just explained that.
Having them
We're just watching them crank hog
the day before.
Oh, they're gonna be up on stage cranking hog.
Cranking a hog for fucking
they're like
hours.
Standing, they like do the weigh-in and then they like go behind a curtain and you just see them like their head is like all the blood is in their head. Their head's like fucking.
They're being held upside down, waiting to catch their own.
Because I feel like a part of it should be they're catching. Why do they get it in their mouth? I don't know. Gavin doesn't know how sperm donations work. Yeah. I don't know what they do in their mouth. How do they collect it?
I mean, fuck, if they're going to do autoerotic asphyxiation, I mean, I'd want to see it on stage.
I got the donation here. You're at the clinic. Hey, where do you want me to put it?
I'm a swallower. I'm a swallower.
Where do you put it? Got a cup or something? I feel like a part of it should be. I mean, is a part? Well, I guess I don't know. I don't
know if that's really a biomarker. Yeah. Is like how fast they can do it.
They can make it happen.
Yeah, like
because if I was a part of that race,
I mean, realistically, you could do it. I think most people could probably get it out pretty quick unless you're on like some kind of antidepressant.
That's true. I feel like I've heard in the past that like, I don't know, and you probably don't even know that like
edging.
If no. If you ejaculate more often, you're producing more sperm, which would be healthier sperms. Am I wrong on that? Like people are always like, I'm gonna store it up. I'm storing it up. But it's like, well, I think it's healthier to ejaculate more often. I'm not saying like every day.
I have no clue.
I don't know.
But, I mean, the old stuff, the old sperm will probably go away. But
true, like they die off. I just wonder. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know.
I bet there's an article out there about it.
I bet there is.
That probably wasn't written by a 17-year-old.
I'd hope not. Personally, I'd hope not.
You're just really freaked out about having a 17-year-old. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, I'm so nervous about it. I don't want to. I'm not touching that, dude. Keep me out of it.
This presumably would be fresh enough.
You're talking about the collection?
The collection. So what's the process here?
Yeah, so I mean, the collection would be like anything else. We take that output and then we keep it at body temperature. We do like a cleaning process, so we're able to take just the sperm cells, and then we race it in our microfluidic, which acts as like a microscopic racetrack.
Are they doing this at the Palladium?
Not the collection.
The collection. No, I'm really asking. The collection.
Yeah, the collection is live. It's to keep it as healthy as possible. So we can test.
Whoa, hold on. Whoa, wait a minute. Hang on a second. The collection is live. Okay.
Maybe we do get to see two guys jack off on stage into a cup.
I think I'm getting more interested in buying a ticket to go now.
He's
What do you want to go watch someone at the Hollywood Palladium jack off on stage? That actually, if that part is live and they're doing it on stage, that would get me to buy a ticket. That should be the selling point of this. You get to watch.
Yeah, I mean, like that should have been one of the things is that they're doing it live right now. You have to tune in and watch two guys jack off onto a cup on stage. Yeah,
two healthy adult.
2 guys, 2 cups. 2 guys, 1 cup.
2 guys, 1 cups. And I'm not saying I don't want. Let me make this very clear. I'm not saying I want to watch them jack off.
No, I'm
saying like I want like a curtain. Like I was saying, I'm imagining a curtain situation. Right. That like you can only see their head. Everything else is exposed, and you just see them. You just see them cranking.
I do want to know what that presentation.
That's what I want to see.
We'll have to
I don't want to see them with their hogs out. I don't need to see hog. I don't need to see.
I thought you were. That's what I thought you were alluding to.
I apologize.
I don't see bare naked men on stage jacking off.
No, that's not the part I need to see. I want to make that very clear.
Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. Just personally. I mean, listen, if that's how it was, I would still watch because that's pretty funny. That's just not. Cool. It's just like a curtain that's fine. If I know that they're cranking hog, that's funny enough.
No, we got it. No, we get it. You're good, Carson. You want to watch them jack up on stage?
It would be funny. It's the selling point. That's what they should be selling.
They should have ran on it.
And the other weird thing is this like an all ages show or? Because then we're getting into a territory where I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, right.
And it is interesting to think about because that is certainly a question I would have.
Yep, me too.
Let's keep watching.
Maybe they should have said like live collection. Like they should have said like live
collection.
Running that as like a marketing ploy.
Sperm live collection at the Hollywood Palladium. It's like a bullet list.
Yeah.
UCLA versus USC. Sperm races live collection included. Let's keep watching.
Fresh, not frozen. Fresh, never frozen.
Fresh, never frozen. These are live. These are live eggs. These are live tadpoles. Let's see if they clarify it a little bit more.
To see how their biomarkers affected their sperm health.
I don't want to get too graphic, but they're not doing it in front of the audience.
The crowd. They'll be.
I think one of the things that we started we started on this is, you know, the last thing we want to do is focus it on a degenerate or a very adult kind of audience, right? You know, it's kind of this thing where.
What are you trying to say?
What does he mean? What is he trying to say? I gotta back that up. Is he calling me a degenerate for wanting to watch them jack off on stage?
I think he is. Yeah, I think that's what he's alluding to.
What's so wrong with that?
I think they're coming from a science standpoint. You're coming from a gooner standpoint.
I'm a gooner. I'm a proud gooner, and I want to watch men jack off on stage. You can clip that.
Yeah, that's I guess that is degenerate, but it is crazy. I don't. So the thing about saying degenerate is that you don't hear about that like outside of the internet. Like this is.
Yeah, and also I'm not gonna let a fucking 17-year-old who's been thinking about sperm races since he was 2 years old tell me I'm a fucking degenerate for wanting to watch guys masturbate on stage.
God forbid a guy want to watch another guy jack off.
God forbid straight men like me have hobbies.
Hobbies, right? Like jacking off.
I just want to see it happen. Is that too much to ask? All right, I backed up a little bit. I want to hear this again.
The last thing we want to do is focus it on a degenerate or a very adult kind of audience, right? It's kind of this thing where 50 years ago, people are healthier now than 50 years ago, right? People stopped smoking, people stopped eating a lot more fast food because the public kept shaming people about it. But with sperm, it's kind of interesting where it's the last 50 years, fertility has declined 50%. It's still declining because no one knows how important this biomarker is because it's so taboo, right? No one talks about it. Everyone talks about food. That's why people have started eating healthier. But no one talks about sperm. And sort of what we're trying to do with this is kind of change the paradigm on sperm to make it less of this taboo, this adult entertainment concept, but more of this health kind of related thing. Fertility is a big issue.
Will there be any gambling?
We've been offered a lot of money from sponsors that are from casinos or a bunch of adult things, right? And they offered a lot more money, but we just haven't taken it. Most of our main sponsor is Nucleus, which is a DNA testing company, right? So we kind of want to veer away from the degeneracy and actually turn this into a health thing. So most of our sponsors are actually health, and especially with betting, right? We're not partnering with a massive casino. We're partnering with a prediction market. We're going to give biomarkers and stuff like that on the days leading up to the race.
Okay.
So is he saying that gamblers are degenerate? And
that's what I'm
also
wondering.
Possibly gooners also? Come on. This guy, who does this guy think he is? Is he just some God character that he's just Jesus fucking Christ?
This guy thinks he's God. He thinks he can decide whether I'm a degenerate for wanting to bet on guys while watching them jack off on stage.
How dare this guy?
How dare he? So that kid's name is Eric Zhu. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. 17-year-old. He's the founder of Aviato, Data API for People and Company. Not really sure what that is, but doesn't matter. He's an investor. Well, that's his investor. I don't know. Anyways, this is Eric Zhu, who's putting this on, and God bless them. So here's their website. We'll go to their website. I have their website pulled up here. We can check it. The world's first sperm race. LA tickets out now. So you can buy your tickets here. Maybe I shouldn't pull that up just in case it shows some private information. But yeah, there's not really a ton of information. Kind of just explains everything they did. So I was going to read this, but there's no reason to since he already pretty much went over it. Yeah, so he didn't really answer... Because the one guy's like, it's a live collection, and Eric is like, they're not actually going to be doing it on stage because that's degenerate, disgusting, human, low-life shit that only nasty, degenerate cave people would want to see.
Right.
But he didn't really say what that meant. He just meant that we want the freshest samples. So I guess that means they're doing it like backstage or I don't know.
Or before they come on. Probably before they come on. Or they introduce them and then they're like, all right, they're going to go collect the samples or provide the samples for us. And then they clean it. And then they're probably going to offer some form of entertainment.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Because he was talking about how they have to clean it and get the sperm cells themselves. So, I mean, really, it doesn't sound like it would be that hard of a process if they have like specific people doing it, especially specialized people doing it.
Right.
Because you could probably just like, just eke one out of the other, like just be like, okay, all right, you're going to be the one,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I wonder, because you're right. It's like, how entertaining is that? Like they're going to have to do like other stuff to make this an entertaining
Yeah, they're going to have to fill time. Like this is going to be like otherwise it would be like, I don't know, like a 30-minute event.
Yeah, because they could even be quicker than that. But yeah, they don't really explain what else is going to happen. It's just like they only explain the one thing. And it's only 2 guys, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
if it was like a team of like, 3 guys from each college,
I think one of the
sense.
One of the reasons that they probably did that was because it's hard to differentiate between multiple people's sperm because sperm looks like sperm, right?
Right.
So,
Well, you have 3 different tracks.
That's
3v3 or 1v1, but 3, you know what I mean?
1v1v1.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to find out though. I am going to watch this live. I'll pay for a live viewing of it at home. I don't want to go because they're not jacking off on stage anymore. So I'm uninterested.
So I'm not there.
But I'll watch it at home.
Okay.
But yeah, man. I was going to say one more thing and now I can't remember what it was about. But yeah, God bless them. Curious about the taste test, curious about all of it. Oh, I was going to say that like you were saying they're going to come out before they go back and come. And I'm imagining they're going to come out and they're all like wide-eyed and really hyper. And then they come back out after doing the deposit and they're all going to be really sleepy.
Yeah.
They're really
Barely
tired.
awake.
Super tired.
I also
cigarettes.
wonder what their MC is going to be like. I wonder if he's going to do a whole bunch of innuendos. Because like if it were me and I was giving it, I would jump at any opportunity to say come
100%.
or I'd be saying shit like crazy.
100%. Thank you guys for coming. For being here.
I'd be like Tony Hinchcliffe on stage.
Yeah.
Saying some weird shit.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all for coming. Well, actually, it's really just them.
It's really just these two, these two hunks,
these 2 jack-offs.
But it's great. I can't wait. Next week, you guys will know.
We will know. We will know the results. So this is going to be a 2-parter. So tune in next week to find out what the conclusion is, the thrilling conclusion of the sperm race. From Carson.
Tune in next week for the thrilling conclusion of Sperm Race. They should televise it. Gavin, speaking of things going on in LA, I went and saw the film known as Sinners. Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, I believe, wrote and directed it. Let me double check to make sure. Maybe someone else wrote it, actually. I don't know. He directed it, though. Ryan Coogler, of course, director of Creed, all of the Creed movies, both Black Panther movies. And his first movie, which is well known as Fruitvale Station. Actually, the only Coogler movie I've seen, besides Sinners now, of course, is Black Panther. I'm a known Marvel hater, and I have been on the record for saying that Black Panther is probably the best Marvel movie, and that's going based off of only a handful I've seen. But Black Panther and Venom are like the 2 Marvel movies I saw and actually enjoyed.
Venom's not Marvel, dude.
Fuck, you're right. Sorry, I thought it was. I think I've said that before too.
Well, the Venom movie is not. The Venom movie is like canonically not in the Marvel universe,
right?
But
it
Venom
is Marvel.
Is Marvel.
So I was still right.
You were right, but it's like not at all related to Black Panther, though.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying Marvel movies, though. Fine, then in the canonical universe of Marvel, Black Panther would be my favorite.
More
Marvel
of a Sony movie.
Well, I did really enjoy Black Panther and like actually really, really liked it. And it's a great story because he did it.
There's probably like 8 or 9 more movies just like it.
Well, no, but that's the thing is like why I liked it is because it felt like an actual movie. It didn't feel like a Marvel movie. I don't like Marvel movies because they all feel the fucking same. They're all like the same copycat, just with like different characters that are essentially like the same as well. Like, I don't know. It just gets so annoying. But we're not here to talk about Marvel movies.
We're here to talk about Sinners.
So leading up to this, I had seen a trailer for it in the theater. And funny enough, I thought this was going to be like I thought it was a war movie this whole time. For like a long time until I saw the trailer, I thought it was a war movie. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, it's a horror movie about vampires. It's a vampire movie. I was like, whoa, that's like interesting. And I was kind of like, okay, not really. I'm not like super invested into this, but I had been hearing about it because I produce a podcast called Movies Baby. Go check it out on the Forever Dog Network. And Brett and Joe, the two hosts, have been talking about how this year Warner Brothers has been doing a thing where they've invested into auteur directors and given them a lot of money, which they previously have not done in years past, and because they've just been cranking out, IP garbage. A lot of it's garbage, not all of it. Bullshit. So they've given a lot of money to Bong Joon-ho with Mickey 17, which kind of flopped, unfortunately. I still haven't seen it.
They didn't really market it that much.
Not really. That's the problem.
They throw money at these movies, and then they don't market it.
Bingo. Exactly. That is 100% true. And they kind of didn't do that for Sinners until like 2 weeks prior.
Yep.
And then of course the third one is PTA's Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another coming out at the end of the year, and they gave him like $140 million for that movie. Something insane, like an insane amount of money. I mean, they gave Ryan Coogler $90 million for Sinners for the budget, which is crazy.
Did this movie seem like a $90 million budget?
1,000%. He used every penny perfectly too, like perfectly. Yeah. Not like watching Electric State, $300 million movie. I was like,
I can't believe that still can't believe that you remember the name of that movie. I don't even know the name of that movie.
Well, I mean, I think about movies a lot now. Unfortunately or fortunately. Yeah. No, I would say fortunately. Right. I'm really into it now. So, saw the trailer, wasn't sure, and then I was like, you know what, I want to go see it. Like I need to go see what this is all about, what the deal is. And then, like I said, 2 weeks or a week prior to them putting it out, this clip was going like viral of Ryan Coogler talking about the different film types that they shot it on, and like explaining the different film types and how this film is actually shot on 2 different film formats. I can't remember the other one, but the one he was like really excited about was IMAX 70mm 15 perf film. And he said the film, if you see it on 70mm 15 perf screen, which there's only a few in the world. There's one in LA at Universal City Walk. There's one in Irvine, but then otherwise it's like there's like one in Arizona, New York. There's only one in London. Yeah, Texas. There's only like a handful, like less than 15, like around 10. And he's like, that's the way you should see it if you can. And it'll switch between these 2 film formats throughout the movie. And I was like, that sounds really cool. And I was like wondering when I was going to go see it. And I was like debating, and I was like, should I go see it in regular IMAX? I'd have to drive not too far. It's like 20 minutes to Universal City Walk. And the thing with the Universal screening is like all screenings for this past weekend were like sold out. So I was like, and it was Thursday night of opening night of the movie. And I was like, there was like a few seats still open, like some in the very, very front, but there was one in like the 3rd row in the right corner. And I was like, I'm going to kick myself if I don't see this like in this format. And I didn't even know at the time how rare those theaters were. Like you actually were the first person to tell me that, like, well, it's because there's only like 10 screens in the whole world that can show it in this format. And so I was like, okay, I got to go see it. Like, I don't care. I'll fucking literally break my neck to have to watch it, but whatever. It doesn't, I got to see it in this format.
And he's been there before. He's been there, done that with breaking his neck.
I've been there. I know what it feels like. So I buy a ticket morning of that, like, 3rd row corner pocket spot, and go to the theater. It's my first time going to that AMC. It's really cool, really interesting. And as soon as I walk in, they do this a lot, but this is my first time getting one. They gave everybody who was going to see the 70mm version this poster.
Oh man,
which is like, it's a cool poster.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's not my favorite poster, if I'm being honest. Sorry, I'm doing a really bad job of showing this. But it's like cool, like that they gave everybody a poster right at the front. I was like, that's fucking awesome. And so walk in, I get in there, I go to my seat. Huge theater, by the way. Yeah. And I didn't realize it, but the screen is like curved, and like there's like a lower section that like the screen goes like down below where the level of the seats are. So it's fucking massive, this screen is. And so I walk in and I sit down, and when I walk in, like to walk around to the other side, you like go down the little like cutout area where the screen is and come back up another staircase to the other side. And there's like an area where you can walk in down there, and it was kind of like roped off. And I saw there was like some people with cameras and then some like other people that were standing down there. And I was like, okay, so like something's obviously going on. Like, this is interesting. And there's some people with like the same Sinners shirt on. And I was like, okay, maybe they're just like taking pictures of people like watching the movie. Like they're from Warner Brothers or from their production company or whatever. So I just like took note of that and went and sat in my seat and realized that it wasn't terrible from where I was. The problem is that like
you did have to like move like face.
Yeah, it was a little
the center.
Yeah, I mean it's fun seeing it like that because you're like right up in it, and like especially with a horror movie, like you feel those jump scares because they're right there. But the problem is I'm a little bit, I think it's nearsighted, so like being that close is also like I'm kind of having to like strain my eyes a little bit to like see it. It's like a little bit blurry. Like I can see what's right, like what I'm looking at, but everything around it is a little bit like foggy. Mm-hmm. So. But whatever. So sit down and, all the ads play. And then we like right before the movie's about to start, they throw up this like promo image. And then, the guy on the mic who's like up in the where the film reels are was like, before we play the screening of Sinners, we want to bring out two producers of the movie. It was Ryan Coogler's wife, who's one of the producers, and then this other guy whose name I can't remember. I apologize. To introduce the movie, and they came out, and I was like, "Oh wow, that's really fucking cool!" Like, you know, two people directly involved, one of them being Ryan Coogler's wife. It's like that's pretty cool. So they came out and talked for like a couple seconds, and then they're like, "Well, we also want to bring someone else out." Who really knows this movie very well to introduce it. And like, we want to bring out Ryan Coogler. And I was like, everybody went fucking nuts. And I was like, oh shit, it's happening. So I took a video, Gavin, as soon as they announced it, because I was at the ready. I was like, okay, I think something's going on. I like had my phone ready because I was like, I have a feeling that something's going to happen. So let me pull this up here 1 second. Yeah, so as soon as they announced it, I was like, okay, let me pull this up. Let me get ready.
And you recorded vertically.
I recorded it vertically, of course. Because it was for... I was like, well, maybe I might post something about it. I'm going to post something about it eventually. I've waited to post it because I was like, I don't want to... I know Gavin will see it if I post it. So this is the video I took of Ryan Coogler coming out. So he came out.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
he's
right,
right there.
Right where I was.
Holy shit.
I'm so happy y'all came out tonight. I feel anywhere on a Thursday night, just out here watching this. It means everything to us. We worked really hard on this, man. My producers were incredible. This movie means a ton to me. This format means a ton to me. It's crazy being here. I'm here often. Since the ArcLight closed down, this became my favorite theater. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you too, bro. I'm from Oakland, California. This years as well. When we watch movies, we talk to the screen. This movie was made fat, so y'all feel free in here, man. Really enjoy the process. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all can put y'all phones up though, when it's going. You had to bring it up. But we made the film with love, man, and we can't do this without y'all who show up and who watch and who enjoy. A couple of announcements. On your way out, we got these really cool shirts. This was designed in collaboration with Synagogue. This is our good friend Jack O'Connell playing Remick here on a 15 Perth frame on the backside. It's got every theater that has.
That's crazy.
IMAX film prints on here like a concert tour. You feel me? Because it's a kind of a concert. On the sleeves here, we got Dance with the Devil on one side, and then remix moniker Fellowship and Love on the other side. It's high quality, you know what I'm saying? Very dense. You feel me? Also breathable, you know what I'm saying? For Los Angeles, unpredictable weather, you feel me? And then, well, make sure I get these nice film strips, you feel me? 15 per film strips, got some select frames from the movie. Very important, very special, you know what I'm saying? I collect these if y'all like tactile media, you feel me? Thank you guys, man. Please enjoy the movie. If you do, tell a friend.
So yeah,
that's crazy.
So the first, like, didn't know he was coming out. Like, this wasn't like, you know, some screenings are planned where someone's gonna come out and introduce it. That was not. So like, that was crazy to begin with. And I also had told you, Gavin, that I was like wondering if that was gonna happen because Brett, who was one of the hosts of Movies Baby, went to a screen at 3 p.m., which I thought was at Universal City Walk, but he later told me it was Burbank AMC, which is just right over by me. And Ryan Coogler and one of the actors who plays Cornbread came out and like surprised the audience and introduced it. So he was like jumping around from theater to theater all day, like introducing stuff. But Brett said that he didn't give them anything. So on our way out, the stuff he was talking about, he gave, like, everybody got one. So,
oh, you got a T-shirt and the film strip?
Yeah, they were handing them out as you were leaving. So I got the shirt here.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a little tight, so we're gonna try and squeeze her into it. And then everybody got it was a little tough to hear him, but everybody got the 15 perf film strip. It's just like a promotional thing, but really cool, especially because that 15 perf. So yeah, so like. I don't know if it was just our screening that he did that or if he did that at the others that day, but like was not expecting that. It was that was crazy.
That's insane.
And then not to even mention, I haven't even mentioned what if I like the film movie or not. The fucking film was amazing. Like everybody needs to go see this movie. It is so good. I hope I'm not being too biased because of how crazy this experience was, but truly, truly an amazing movie. Acting was amazing. The story's amazing. The pacing of it's super cool. Like, I guess a tiny, tiny spoiler. Like, they don't introduce the vampire stuff until like around halfway through. And like the story at the beginning, I was like, man, I'm almost going to be sad when the vampires get introduced because like this story is so cool because it's about two guys who are twin brothers during like Jim Crow slavery era, and they're gangsters during this time, and it's about them, and then vampires get introduced, and I won't say any more than that. But like just that story in itself, I was like, this is a really good story. Like I almost kind of don't even need the vampire stuff for it to be cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like there's not too many big movies,
right?
Or movies that have like great critical acclaim.
Yeah.
About that era in general.
Yes, totally.
Or even just having gangsters who were black.
Exactly. I was like, this is so good. Like, this is such a cool... It reminded me, like, this movie to me felt like if Jordan Peele and Quentin Tarantino got together and worked on a movie. It's like one aspect of it is very Tarantino. It feels like, it has like an Inglourious Bastards aspect to it. It has like Hateful Eight aspect to it, but then it's also like Jordan Peele in the horror sense and like fucked up and like psychologically fucked up, and it's like fucking amazing movie. For sure my favorite movie this year, and everybody needs to go see it. Also like the best sound design in a movie I've heard in a long, long time. The music is so good. I don't want to say any more without spoiling anything, but it is such a good movie and people need to go see it.
Well,
even if you're not a horror
theaters,
fan,
whenever you're here, we could go see it. I'd be down to go see it.
We got to see that friendship movie too. That's the main one.
Yeah, we got. Well, I mean, that's fine if we're watching multiple movies.
Listen, I definitely want to go see it again, to like see it from a place where I can see the whole screen.
Yeah, right.
as well.
Yeah.
fucking.
I mean,
hell,
just seeing
man.
the background, like whenever you first initially showed the
Yeah.
clip, like just seeing the background of the whole screen back there, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck, like that's so big, dude. Like,
Dude, it's nuts.
that is actually huge. I've seen one of my friends who also lives out in California, but he goes to school here in St. Louis. He posted a picture, I think, of Oppenheimer. Being shown there, and it was just like he posted a picture, and it was just nuts to see how large that screen was. But I was like, you know, that just seems like a really big movie screen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like seeing it like when you're 3 rows back is like huge.
It's crazy.
And I think that's where like the Oppenheimer image of like him being like having like a huge chin came from, like being in the front row.
So, I think you're
so
right.
it had to be like that theater, or like a IMAX theater like that, Because like St. Louis has an IMAX theater, but it's not like it's not like the IMAX theater. It's like an IMAX.
Well,
theater.
there's like multiple IMAX theaters around California, but this is like the only one that shows that style because you have to have a room big enough for those reels. Like it's fucking huge reel. But yeah, it was crazy.
Because like even the one in St. Louis has a huge reel room. Like, you probably even need a bigger one.
Yeah,
than that,
yeah.
You know, like, and they have a different projection too. Like,
yeah.
They have like projections that they put out in there too. So it's not just that planetarium is not really just for that, but regardless.
So amazing. It was awesome, and like. I was able to get that ticket with the fucking A-list thing. If I didn't have A-list, dude, it would have been like $30 for that ticket. That's insane.
Wow, that's a really good deal then. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like,
that is a
damn.
really good deal. If you should, you should honestly go see more movies there.
That's what I'm doing now.
This.
Yeah,
I was gonna say not just for that, but like if it's gonna be, if you have the opportunity to go see a movie, and the 15 per for and the 70 millimeter, you absolutely should just go see it.
Because before I got the A-list thing, I was like being picky and choosy about what format I was gonna see a movie in because I knew it'd be more expensive in like different formats. But now I'm like, shit, I can go see everything in fucking 70 millimeter IMAX every time if I want to, as long as it's available.
And I guess like from a movie watcher or film enjoyer perspective, are you able to notice a difference in 70 millimeter quality versus like an AMC in St. Charles?
Yes and no. Like definitely like colors and depth and everything is way different, and especially when it just goes to that format of such a huge screen. That's the main difference. It's like you see the full detail as much as you would see on a smaller screen, but the fact is you can't get it to that big of a screen without the way they shot it. Like, you know what I mean? Or without it looking silly. Like without it looking stretched. Like
you have to film it on huge strips.
Exactly. Yeah. Colors and depth, and like I just saw The Fly in 35 millimeter yesterday, and like when it's shot on film, darkness is like dark, really dark, just black, pitch black. Like you can't produce that level of darkness on a digital camera. And that's like the difference. It's like it's colors, it's darkness, it's depth, it's all of that. And it's yes and no. Like unless I'm really thinking about it, I don't notice a difference because I try not to like think too much about the visuals in that sense, and I'm trying to just like focus on the movie as a whole. And then the other stuff I'll think about later. But yeah, I would say so, but not in like a sense that I'm like sense that I'm like studying
like,
it.
It ruins
like,
every movie now.
No. It's not like flying first class for the first time and never wanting to go back kind of thing.
Right.
But I mean, it kind of is because now like you said, I want to see everything in that way.
You can, like you're allowed to,
right?
So might as well, right? And you have that ability. So.
Exactly. But yeah, fucking awesome, super cool. Go see Sinners. I'm not being paid to tell you that, but everybody needs to go see this movie. And if you assholes go see fucking Minecraft and not Sinners, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, I mean, we'll probably go see Minecraft anyway.
I know you will, but gotta see Sinners.
It's a little bit more of a sentimental value.
I know.
But I know Sinners would be a much better like experience.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but they do have chicken jockey police basically now. They have like theater employees that are being specifically their job for the whole day is being the reinforcer to like tamper the reaction to Chicken Jockey line.
That's funny. I feel like it's got to be dying off by now, though.
I hope, man.
I hope so too.
Because like I don't want
in like
I don't want
3
to
weeks
sit
now.
through like a 5-minute break in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Like
that's why I'm saying don't go fucking see it. Go see Sinners.
You know what? I
Nobody
might
will do that during
just wait. I'll
Sinners.
go see Sinners, and we'll just wait until it comes out on streaming.
There you go. Yeah, I'll
Or
watch
it'll
it
get-
with you guys if we watch it
yeah.
on streaming.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Moving on though, let's jump into What You Listening To, a segment we do every week where Gavin and I recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to the audience, what we've been pumping into our ears the past week. Gavin, what are you listening to, my friend?
So the past couple days, I've been listening. I've completed "Enter the Wu-Tang" by Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh,
I referenced it. I referenced it, and I was like, I don't think I've ever listened to that album. I was like, I don't think I'm allowed to say "Enter the Wu-Tang" unless I've entered the Wu-Tang truly. And I will say, I think this is. I just really, really enjoy the way that they play on this album with pauses. Like you don't think about pause. Like I know this was like a dumb trope in high school jazz band, but like I just remember our band director being very like, he's like, let the air breathe in between notes sometimes. Like, you know, he's like, if you're soloing, like it's fine to not know where you're gonna go next. Like let that breathe for a minute. But from like a rap perspective, it brings a completely different, like, it's just cool. I don't know. It's just, there was a couple songs on here. I think Method Man, like the song Method Man, like plays with that a couple times. I really like that song a lot, actually.
It is good. I wish I would have listened to it over the past few days when you brought it up so I could have more. It's been a while since I've listened to it.
It's just like, there's a couple, and there's like, they play with melodies too, like the way they rap, like they just have a melodic feel to it. Like I think it was Method Man himself does that really well.
I love Method Man's my favorite Wu-Tang member.
I was gonna say he is very, very talented. These guys are all very talented, and I was surprised for a 1993 album to have very minimal skits in it. It's a very.
Thank Christ.
I was gonna say there are a couple moments in it where it is just them talking, or like, you know, talking through something, or it sounds like, but to me it sounds more like a radio broadcast or like a phone call or like a sample, right?
Quick.
And yeah, it's very quick. There's one where they're like arguing and it sounds like they're on a radio show about something. But yeah, I was truly honestly impressed. It seems like it's a very do I understand to my understanding, do I understand the depth of their lyrics and what they're saying? Like in particular, no, not yet.
Yeah.
But like I'm very much more of a melody, music, melodic feel to things. So I don't focus on the lyrics, especially first or second time through listening to it. So I'll probably be listening to it again. But first time through, I was very impressed. I do understand now why this is one of those quintessential rap albums of all time. Like it is a very, very good album,
and it's so timeless.
It's very well produced.
Yeah,
like that's what I mean. Like I feel like they did a really good job of implementing really old, like whenever they were talking about like the like Shaolin and stuff like that, they really implemented those samples. And it makes it even more timeless because it's like I don't even know when that's from, right?
Yeah,
and it's just like so far, like, and it's crazy to think that was made 32 years ago.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Like, and it almost feels like older than that because it is just like that. It's got that legendary air about it.
You're right.
But yeah, I think, God, there's a couple licks and a couple just like melodies that they have in this album that just really stuck out to me, and I was like, damn, that is really creative. I'm like, I don't even know how you would like keep a rhythm to yourself about it if you're doing like kind of really offbeat, kind of like stopping and like you know, like kind of like off about it, you know. It's just like, oh man, that would be like, that's why it feels even more talented. So I mean, I do understand the pitfalls of my understanding and stuff like that, but I do enjoy listening to it. It's very chill. It's got a different feel than rap, I would say. Nowadays, rap nowadays is almost faster, got a lot more of like a pressured feel to it, but this is a lot more like taking a back seat, leaning back, enjoying the music kind of feel to it.
And I think a lot of it is like freestyle on the spot. stuff. Like it's not all like written, you know. I think a lot of it back then was kind of was freestyle. I mean, that's where those guys came from. I don't know if they specifically came from it, but a lot of them just came from freestyle rapping, you know.
It just sounds like also that it sounds like they truly only have one mic, and then they would like either pass it around or like walk up to it.
Yeah.
You know, like you can hear that in the album, and that's like really cool. It's like if you were to have like someone featured on an album nowadays, it's not like you guys are in the same room recording it anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that aspect of it is really cool to hear.
Yep.
And you know, whenever they pull away from the mic, like you can tell like they pulled away from the mic literally. It's just cool, man. I think that they it seems like they also just had a lot of fun making this, and I really like the fact that that you could there's a sense of camaraderie on the album between them too. Like it's not just you know, a couple guys rapping with each other on a tape essentially.
Right.
They're in the room, they're rapping right there, right then and there. It's not edited, you know. It doesn't appear edited, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that you would get something
feels natural, feels real.
Right. You don't get that very often.
No, not anymore.
I think that's just the way like rap and music as a whole has adjusted. I mean, if you go back and like I think that's one of the things that always brings me back to the Beatles is just how charming it was knowing that all these guys are playing in the same room together right now, right then and there.
Right.
There are bands that still record like that, but you can do multiple takes and you have to and you can edit out, oh, I didn't really like the way I hit that note on this track. Go ahead and edit that out and move in the track that I played that note right.
Right.
You know? But like back then it was, this is what we got. Like this is the tape we have for the day. We got to either like it's expensive shit. Like we can't like you got to record it on this and that's what we got, man. So
I love that.
I think that's just like what always kind of brings me back to, and I mean even just bringing me back to vinyl, but just in general, music back then was just I don't know, it just had more of a feel to it, but
more charming.
Like you know, more charm. Yeah, 100% more charm. So, and I think I would say the closest, in all honesty, person that could bring that back, or even like, you know, I think a lot of people have reservations about Jack White, but Jack White is really probably the closest to doing that. I think he does record with a full live band every time, and like does try to do one take. For songs, or does like a singular take, and mainly just because on his 2005 album with Meg White, and when they were in the White Stripes, they recorded like the drums themselves all only had like one track, which is also why that whole album kind of sounds like shit. But like if you're listening to it on speakers in a car, it just sounds like shit. But it's like it's charming in that aspect because it's like they only had 3 microphones for the whole studio.
Right.
They had like a bass drum, they had their guitar, like another drum, and then like their mics.
Yeah.
They had like 8 tracks to play with, and that was it.
Yeah.
So like you have to have creativity is also to have limits.
Right.
Like you have to set limits, and you get more creative within those limits. I think that's really cool. I think that's like just neat to see in music. So
yeah, I totally agree.
I'm recommending.
I second all of that. And if you guys want some overproduced music from some white guys from Australia, I'm recommending Gavin. I don't think I recommended this yet. Did I recommend the new Thornhill album? I don't think I did. Okay, so Thornhill finally put out a new album called Bodies, and it's a banger. Thornhill, one of my favorite recent bands. And this album's really, really good. I'm still feel like I'm not fully familiarized with it. I love it, but I feel like I can't tell you every single song that I really like or why I like it. It's just like they're like Diesel and Revolver. The first 2 songs are my favorite, and everything else is great. But it's like I couldn't pick out what's what. Like I'm still getting to know it, but it's great. It's really good. Most likely will probably go on my list of, or it's a contender for my top 5 of the year for sure. It's super good, heavy, but not super heavy. It definitely feels like they're kind of moving into a slightly different direction in a way, which will be fun to see. So go give that a spin. It's really, really good. And I think that'll do it for today. folks, it's a fun one. We had a lot to talk about. We talked about cum and.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 213. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing whatever you do to our episodes, whether that be coming and watching it, or doing whatever else you do to it, I guess, man. Like, keep coming.
Keep coming,
Back to our videos.